Hi guys and welcome to my YouTube channel. No, that's wrong. It's not my YouTube channel. Again. Okay. Almost everyone knows that last year I've been to Rome. In the same time of this year. But you do not know. So I'm gonna tell you what I have seen there. After we ate, we went to Trajan's Column. Triumphal Roman column, which they built to celebrate that Trajan won the war with Dacia. I think that's how do you pronounce that word? So they built it. It was so high, I almost couldn't see Trajan on top of it. There's a statue of Trajan on top of it. And the scribbling was so old, almost pieces of it fell off of it. That was very interesting, but the most interesting thing was you couldn't, because of how old it is and because things could potentially fall off of it, you weren't allowed to get anywhere close to it. I think it was some 20 meters long. It was a fence, and there was the column, and this is like 20 meters. That was like 20 meters. So that was very interesting. The protection Rome gave to us people and tourists. So number 2, day 2, we will talk in 1 second. Day 2, we went to Vatican, the enclave city in Rome, who is ruled by the Pope, which is also the head leader of the Catholic Church. We went there to visit the St. Peter Basilica, which is the biggest church, I think, in the world. I think so. The interesting thing is it was massive, and it had a gigantic plaza in front of it, which is called the St. Peter Plaza. And that plaza had a ton of statues. I think it was a lot of saints. I do not know all they were there. I think they were Catholic saints, and that was so beautiful. Inside of it, there were a lot of maps, a lot of statues of different popes and saints, and gods of Rome. That was interesting too, because I'm a pretty fan of mythology, and Roman mythology are like the same thing, but just a bit different. So, that was day 2, because that's pretty much it. I wanted to visit the Egypt part in the museum, but we didn't have a ticket for it, and there were a lot of people there, and you couldn't get anywhere without a ticket. Fortunately for us, we bought the tickets before we even came to Rome. So, that's day 2. In day 3, of course, we had to visit the Colosseum. If you don't know what the Colosseum is, you kind of do not know anything. But if you don't know, I'm gonna tell you right now. The Colosseum, it was a giant gladiator arena, where gladiators fought with the lions, they fought on other gladiators. But of course, these fights these days, they are not these days, because of course, gladiators do not exist anymore. Unfortunately, I couldn't get in the Colosseum, because our agency we had to, with our guide, apparently closed out for some reason right when we went there. That was the unfortunate thing of that trip, but I really enjoyed that trip. It was a city break, and I wish to go in other city breaks in other places of the world, because I really like history. It's a class I really am patient, and I'm really curious what am I gonna learn. So that was my trip to Rome. Bye!